the British received an Indian scouting report that this large French fort had moved south and was going to attack Fort Edward. So they sent a force on the morning of September 8th to go south and reinforce Fort Edward. As they were marching south with a force of about 1,000 men, they ran into a fishhook ambush about 3 miles from Lake George. The French gained control of that battle right away. We call that the Bloody Morning Scout. The French were able to wipe out the leaders of that command, Ephraim Williams and Sachem Hendricks of the Mohawks. That force goes into disarray and starts to panic and retreat back toward Lake George. A force of Connecticut and Rhode Island troops are able to stabilize that retreat, and there is a 2-hour battle all the way back here. That 2-hour window allows Sir William Johnson back here at the lake to build fortifications, turn over wagons, build logs in that 2-hour frame, establish his artillery positions, and then be able to face the French that come down. The French had planned to follow the retreating, panicking British into the camp and just go right in automatically. But when they get here, they're suddenly faced with a fortification, artillery, and troops on the alert. After about a 4-hour battle, the French break and start to head south again. The British jump the lines and follow the French a little bit.
And what's so significant about this battle is that there is only one British regular officer in this column. Everyone else is an Englishman, but an American, okay? And so there'll be Americans that are going to fight this battle, and they will sort of be forerunners of what's going to happen eventually in the American Revolution, because many of the men that fight on this battlefield will end up in the ranks under George Washington in the Continental Army or under local militia groups here in the colonies. And so it's really just a very, very interesting combination. So I like to think that, you know, Great Britain went, they batted 500 in 1755 because they lost with Braddock and they lost with Shirley, but they won with Johnson, they won with Monckton.
Though the battle that raged on these shores in 1755 was brief, its consequences would echo across the pages of history.
The British victory at Lake George, though costly, marked a turning point in the struggle for control of North America.
It set the stage for the battles yet to come, shaping the course of the French and Indian War and ultimately the fate of the continent.
But beyond the tactics and strategies, it was a conflict that revealed the complex relationships between the European powers and the native nations whose lives were forever altered by the events that unfolded here. The battle was not just about military might, but about survival, alliances, and the shifting balance of power.
As the waters of Lake George remain peaceful today, they serve as a silent witness to a time of great turbulence, a time when the future of an entire continent hung in the balance.
And though the battle may have ended, the legacy of those who fought here on both sides endures in the stories we continue to tell.
History, like the waters of Lake George, flows quietly, but the ripples it leaves behind are felt for generations. Well, that was fun. Imagine if the French had won the battle, we'd all be speaking French instead of English.
It should be Polish, just saying.
Well, anyways, it was great to see that reenactment and learn more about our 18th century Adirondack history. And where?
On History on the Road.